Hi, it's Astronaut CS and welcome to a new how-to series where I aim to aid CS2 players that are new to Team CS in their journey to become pro. Today we're going to start from where your journeys will begin, the first hurdle, which is joining a team. Before we get into it, if you enjoy this video and want to see more of this series, then please leave a like and subscribe so that you don't miss the next one. Plus, let me know any other ideas you'd like me to cover within this series by leaving a comment down below. Let's get into it. I'm going to be splitting this video into three parts. The first will be identifying what role you want to play within a team. The second will be showing you a template you can use to apply for teams. And the third and final will be looking at where you search for teams to join. So let's get into it. The starting point you should look for is identifying what role you want to play. Not just on the T side, but on the CT side too. And the reason roles are important is because it allows teams to figure out their compositions easier so they can get the perfect fit for their teams. So a quick run over the roles. CT sides, you'll have one AWPer, two rotators and two anchors. And then for T sides, you'll have one AWPer, one opener or space taker, one closer star rifler, one support and one lurker. And obviously the IGLs will be one of these roles too. The AWPers are a given, don't really need to explain, and the CT roles shouldn't be too difficult to understand either. But for T roles, it's a little more complex, so just a quick summary. The opener is usually the first guy in on map control and executes, like your donks, your flamesies, and your kindars. And they're usually the most aggressive players on the team. Your star rifler and closer are usually the people training them and alive late round to close out rounds and to win the clutches. For example, your Nikos, your Frozens, usually have a lot of impact in late round. The lurker is usually in charge of one side of the map where they'll gain information and hold for CT aggros, and then they can also try to find timings and are usually live late rounds. And players like this include Rops, Bit, and Jimfat. Then you've got supportive roles, which is usually going with the pack, throwing utility to support and becoming late round pieces, such as Techno 4Ks, Mezzis, Heavy God. Then with that information, you can look to identify either how you play or want to play within a team. And if you need any other information or a bit more, there's a really good video by Polo, which I'll leave a link to in the description. And probably, if I can, I'll put it in a little card at the top right, where you'll go into a bit more fundamentals and into the details, so you can understand it a little bit more. So we've found our role within the team that we want to play. So how do we apply for a team? Well, first we need to build a resume. But don't worry, I built a template for you. You'll find the link in the description where you can then make a copy of it and adapt it to your answers. So let's have a little look at it. So here we are. This is literally all you need, a very basic one where as you see, the blue is just the example answers where you can then kind of just fill it in and just see like a couple examples of the way I've given it. So we'll break it down. So obviously, first of all, you want to put your region, EU, NA, Asia, wherever you're looking for. Second, you want to put your role. So it's really easy for people to see, oh, star rifle, let's get it. Oh, lurker, this is what I'm looking for. And then just your face at ELO. And then I've just put in-game name, your age, hours, basic little things, and then nationality and languages. This one's quite important. So for me, I'm just from the UK and I can only speak English like a typical Brit. So I'm happy to play in international UK teams. Roles. So as we obviously discovered earlier, are the roles we want to play. So I'm going to play an IGL and I'm going to play CT rotator and then a T support. Experience. If you don't have any, just put no experience on teams. Some people are fine with that. Some people will want some experience. It doesn't matter too much, especially if you're only just starting out. And I've put 1 times ESEA Open 10, 1 times Intermediate, and I've played in 3 teams. Then you face it, I would just put your ELO that you are currently when you post, and put your face it link there as well. And the reason I would only put your current one and not your peak is just because people will like to see your current, as it just tends to give a little bit more knowledge. Like for example, if I see someone's 1900 ELO and their peak's 2200, that's quite a big disparity. That makes me just think, what's happened in the in between. So just put your current ELO. Availability, it's weekly dependent for me, but usually from 6 p.m. BST, 4 times a week. Goal. I want to compete as high as I can and grow as a teammate and a leader. Some people just want to play for fun, just to get experience. Some people want to become pro. Then just a little description of yourself. So I've just put I'm a hard worker that will sacrifice myself for the team. I have I have good communication skills, good leadership skills, and I'm willing to learn and adapt and become a better player to help the team win. And then I've just put how to contact. So for me, due to scammers on Steam, I just would rather people contact me through Discord. But I've also left my Steam link and I've also left my Discord link. So that's our resume filled out. And now we've got our resume, we need to look at where we apply for teams. So the best way I've found is either through the Root CS page on Reddit, which I'll link below, or through big Discord channels such as Refrag and SCL, which I'll also link below. There is, other regional based ones. So for me in the UK, there's UKIC. For Reddit, you'll just need to make a post with literally just copying and pasting basically that all into there, but just copy the top line, put that in the title, and then the rest can go in the description. And then you can also on Reddit, when you're scrolling down, you can search through this page and see if there's any looking for players posts, and if it aligns with you, around your elo or um, your role you want to play within, then you can apply and just send them your little template, and then people can just read through that way. On Discord servers, there's usually sections within the Discords dedicated for these posts, so players can put their applications in these. So I'd highly recommend just putting your application everywhere you can, and try to get it out there as far as you can so you can get as many tryouts as possible. Then it's just a matter of time before you land yourself on a team. But keep these things in mind when going into your trials. 1. Be friendly, be enthusiastic. It's amazing how many players that I've tried out that come across as either as rude or toxic or feel like they don't even want to trial. So having the right energy will honestly give you a big bonus right away. 2. Stay calm. Yes, it is easier said than done, and it is a nerve-wracking experience, especially when there's lots of new voices and you're in an uncomfortable environment. But everyone that is trialing is in the same boat as you, so it will be the same for everyone. So just keep that in mind, and if that helps your anxiety, that's good, but just do your best to manage it. 3, which is kind of linked to it too, it's not all about your stats. And it's okay if you don't have a good game, but the things that do matter is if you get tilted or they're not communicating properly, or you're not playing for the team. This is a massive problem as you won't get selected because people want you to be a good teammate. So just make sure, even if you're struggling, just provide extra details and comms that will help your team, even if you're having a poor game, so they can see that you've got good assets outside of just your skill and ability. 4, it's okay if you don't get selected or have a poor trial. You'll have more chances, more time to show your qualities to other teams. And even if you do play well and then don't make the cut, that's very normal too. Just don't let that affect how you play or you want to play in your next trials. Just use them as learning experiences. Ask the team why they didn't choose you, and if they are nice enough, they'll give you nice feedback, which you can then just work on. So don't stress it too much. Just go enjoy it. And this then leads to my 5th point. Take the criticism on board and don't take it in a negative way, because you'll need to be able to take criticism when you join a team as well, because criticism is really important to improve. Um, so don't always take criticism in a negative light. So just listen to what they say. Obviously take things with a pinch of salt. See, some things aren't always going to be perfectly accurate, but just take it on board and look to improve. So if you have enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this as I continue this series when I can find the time. Plus, comment down below on if you end up using these tips and you end up finding teams and use the template to find teams. It would just be really cool to see if how many people end up using my own template to find teams. So good luck, future stars, and I'm sure you'll land yourself on teams. And if you enjoyed, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.